to moderate me.
Hello, I'm your Psychosocialist. Now, who hasn't seen one movie? Other than the Amish, I don't know, but anyway, every movie, book, and whatnot needs to have an antagonist. For those of you who already know what an antagonist is, I'm sorry, I have to go over this. But for those of you who don't know, the antagonist is the opposing force, the villain. And since I love villains, I'm going to count down my top 20 favorite villains from movies. Why top 20? Because there are so many of them. Number 20 is the nostalgia critic from Kick-Assia. Now, he's not as diabolical, but he did kick a man out of his country and generally abuse his power. Plus, he smacked around Phaelus and stole his ideas and took credit for them. And he dressed up as M. Bison.
Mr. Critic, would you say your diabolical plan is to take over the world?
Naturally!
Number 19 is the Black Knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Now, this guy wasn't really much of a villain. He was only in for like 2.5 minutes, but he still made a major impact in the entire history of comedy. Well, what's funnier than a man losing limbs? So yeah, he did lose very quickly to Arthur, but he never gave up. Of course, it would have helped if he had arms and legs.
A scratch? Your arm's off. No, it isn't. Well, what's that then?
Number 18 is us. That's right, mankind. More specifically from Bambi, Fern Gully, Avatar, and generally real life because, you know, people are jerks. So, what is wrong with each film? Well, of course in a film about lovable animals like Bambi, we're going to be the big bad because we hunt them. In Fern Gully, we're not exactly directly the villain, but I don't think Hexus made that behemoth himself. And in the case of Avatar, we're just a bunch of greedy, violent pricks who go and mow down an entire forest just to get some unobtainium. I wish I was joking. I want to meet the man who made that name and punch him in the face. Number 17 is Jaws. Just Jaws. See, he's not even a sentient villain. He just goes around and spreads chaos. But I didn't know a shark was so hard to kill. Number 16 is General Grievous. Yes, he's pretty low on the list. Well, it's because he was only in the movie for like half the time, and only was in one movie. But he would have been higher if his crowning moment of awesome, aka 4 lightsabers, lasted longer. Fail. Number 15, Dr. Octagonopus. Who are you?
I'm a throwaway gag. Supervillain.
Prove it.
Well, I wear socks with sandals. I steal chocolate bars from the convenience store sometimes, but not really. I mean, those guys work really hard for their, pay. Yeah, I also illegally download music and movies sometimes, but, you know, that's pretty common nowadays. That's pretty much it.
Get out of my internet show.
You haven't seen the last of me, psycho. I'll be back.
As I was saying, number 15 is Dr. Octopus. And, well, Dr. Octopus in the movies was just better than the comics. Like, he was better developed, better acted, and a bit more realistic. Like, and of course he's fueled by that one thing that fuels very many villains. Someone he loves bites the dust, and then he goes crazy. Like, I'm pretty glad they threw in the prospect of him hearing voices. Are you breathing now? To the wicked sea? Don't I wish it was David Draymond's voices. But still, He loses points on a redemption equals death. I mean, he's not bad, he just lost some points. Number 14 is Tommy Wiseau. For those of you who don't know who this French zombie is, be very, very thankful. For the rest of you who, like me, was forced to sit through the room, I apologize immensely. Now, for those of you who don't know, you're wondering why Tommy Wiseau is on this list. Well, he tortured untold numbers of people with his horrendous acting, and he threatened to sue anybody who dare criticize and parody his review. Yes, I'm talking about Riff Tracks and the Nostalgia Critic. So, Mr. Wiseau, now that I haven't used any clips of your precious video, and now that I point out how badly you screwed up in the form of copyright laws, I just challenge you to come after me. So, one more thing. I'm Canadian, mother. Number 13 is Jason Voorhees. Okay, I know it was a pun, but it was just way too tempting. But he deserves the number 13 spot. He goes around every Friday the 13th killing people. Of course, they're all too stupid to live, or 2 days from retirement. Number 12 is Agent Smith from The Matrix. Now, he's clearly different from the rest of the agents, like his desire to take over the world.
Of course!
Or at least The Matrix. And, well, Smithy is a little different. Like, he probes you with something, and then he gets this liquid all over you, and the next thing you know, bam, there's another Smith running around. Number 11, George W. Bush. Just enough said.